Have you ever had a fight with someone you love, only to realize later that it wasn't even about what you were arguing about? Maybe it was something deeper, something invisible but powerful. That silent destroyer is called pride. Pride isn't just thinking highly of yourself. It's the quiet force that builds walls between hearts and slowly destroys relationships. I'm your Lolo Adam, and hello Wisdom.family. In today's journal, we're going to uncover how pride sneaks in, why it ruins connections, and how you can protect your relationships before it's too late. Understanding pride is just the first step. If you want to take your personal growth further, stay with me until the very end, and I'll share how pride silently ruins relationships and 3 practical steps to rebuild trust through humility, simple actions that can truly transform your relationships. So keep watching, and let's discover how humility, the opposite of pride, can make a real difference in our lives. Let's dive in. In Proverbs 16:18 it says, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." And Proverbs 29:23 adds, "Pride brings a person low, but the lowly in spirit gain honor." These verses show a pattern. Pride leads to downfall, but humility builds honor and trust. But how does this play out in real life? Let's explore it together. Imagine a couple, Sarah and Jason. They've been together for years, but lately, small disagreements have escalated. Sarah suggested a new way to manage their finances, and Jason dismissed it immediately, thinking, "I know better." Sarah felt unheard and withdrew emotionally. Weeks later, a minor financial mistake happened, something Jason could have avoided if he had listened. That's pride. Jason's haughty spirit. His belief that he was always right created tension and almost caused a bigger conflict. Pride doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, "You don't need advice, you're enough." But that whisper can slowly destroy trust. Can you relate to this? Maybe it wasn't with a partner, but at work, with a friend, or even with your family. If you've experienced this, hit like, share this video with someone who might need this reminder, and subscribe to Wisdom Thought. And don't forget to tap the notification bell so you'll never miss a lesson that strengthens your heart and relationships. Pride destroys relationships because it prevents listening. It turns communication into a battle instead of a dialogue. When we're proud, we focus on proving we're right rather than understanding the other person. Even small moments like refusing advice, dismissing feelings, or taking credit for everything can erode trust. Pride may feel like confidence, but in relationships, it's often a mask for insecurity or fear of being wrong. True connection requires humility, the courage to admit mistakes, and the willingness to learn from others. Let's take another example. Mark is a project manager at his company. He's brilliant, but he refuses to take feedback from his team. One day, a team member suggests a small improvement in the workflow. Mark laughs it off. Weeks later, a major error happens that could have been prevented. Not only does the project suffer, but Mark's team feels frustrated and disrespected. His pride didn't just harm the project. It harmed his relationships with the people who work closest with him. This is why Proverbs warns us, pride precedes a fall. So, how do you know if pride is silently creeping into your relationships? Watch for these signs. 1. You dismiss advice too quickly. 2. You constantly try to prove yourself right. 3. You feel threatened when someone challenges your opinion. 4. You struggle to apologize even when you're wrong. If you notice any of these, take a step back. Pride may be invisible, but its effects are real. Recognizing it early can save relationships before they're damaged beyond repair. The good news is that pride can be replaced with humility, and humility rebuilds trust. Here are 3 practical steps, as I promised a while ago. 1. Listen before you speak. Make it a habit to understand the other person's perspective fully. 2. Admit when you're wrong. Saying, "I was wrong," is a sign of strength, not weakness. 3. Serve and value others. Put the needs of the other person above your ego. By practicing these habits daily, you can prevent pride from silently destroying your relationships and instead build stronger, deeper connections. Remember Sarah and Jason. After realizing how pride hurt their relationship, they took the time to apologize, listen, and value each other's input. Slowly, trust returned, and their bond became stronger than before. The lesson is clear. Pride destroys, humility restores. Every relationship, whether at home, work, or with friends, benefits when we put our ego aside and truly value the other person. If this video helped you recognize the dangers of pride, hit like, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to Wisdom Thought for more educational teachings. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss new lessons that strengthen your heart and bonds. Walk in humility and watch your connections grow deeper and stronger. Before we end, I want to ask you, have you ever noticed pride quietly affecting your relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you want to continue this journey, check out my next video on humility, where we explore how embracing it can truly transform the way we relate with others.